Welcome back to CryptosRUs. I am George, or all George. So, it's finally here. Last day of the year, December 31st, 2021. So, I'm here to wrap up what has happened with Bitcoin, but also give you guys some hope for what's coming in 2022, specifically in January. Traditionally, January is very bullish for Bitcoin. So will we see a repeat again? Well, let's get started. So as always, smash up the like, subscribe to the channel. 2 streams almost every day, 11:30 and 8:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. So make sure you hit that notification bell and follow me on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and check out all the latest news and articles and guides at CryptosRUs.com. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hopefully you guys are doing good today. I will say that I had a holiday party yesterday that I hosted. So I had a little bit too much to drink and I'm not feeling the hottest right now. But I will get through this. That is why I didn't stream last night. But I'm picturing a lot of you guys will be attending your own parties or having your own drinks tonight. Because we're going to have a countdown into the new year, 2022. So looking at Bitcoin, actually some of you guys asked about options expirations that already happened, which is why Bitcoin shot up immediately to about 85, no, not 85, 48.5. And then it somehow lost traction and came right back down to about 47. So I have a feeling that after Bitcoin shot up, a lot of people that are still trying to tax harvest or tax loss harvest is trying to do so right now, last minute. This is the last day to do so, to lock in those capital losses. So I do think a lot of people are still taking advantage of that. However, moving into January, starting tomorrow, we could definitely see a huge reversal because that is no longer applicable, right? So we could definitely see that. Now, with that said, even though Bitcoin has come right back down to 47, right? We did see some pretty good movement this morning with some of the favorite altcoins, some of the favorite big caps, right? You could see that some of them are still holding on to their gains for today. So that is still pretty positive. All right. So yesterday I did a stream basically wrapping up all of like 2021, some of the big things that happened, like country adopting Bitcoin and institutions like and public trade companies like Michael Saylor that continues to buy, right? And then you have a whole plethora of Web 3.0 adoption and how it's really the year of L1s, I would say, right? I kind of wrapped all that up. If you didn't watch my yesterday's video, please do so. But today I got a few more things to show you guys, to show you that, yeah, a lot more is coming. A lot more to come. Okay, so let's start out with Willy Woo here. This is interesting. This is measuring retail versus institutions, which is interesting. And I may have to change my perspective because I feel like a lot of times when there is a panic dump or whatever, it's kind of caused by the newbies in this space, the retail. So though that's actually a very, very, very small amount. Because if you look at this in terms of who's actually buying and selling at this point, majority is the institutions and whales. You had to put whales in there, right? Whales is just anyone that's really, really rich, Bitcoin rich or crypto rich. And you could see that the retail, which is the blue line, is actually still increasing. I mean, it's increasing, and you don't see a lot of volatility. You don't see that go up and down. It's just like very little. So of course there are some people that still panic selling, but for majority of people, they're just continuing to hold and enjoying the ride because they know Bitcoin's gonna go much higher than where it is now. But you could see in terms of measuring the institutions and whales, well, there's these whalish games I've been talking about. Yeah, well, it seems like they have been playing a lot of it, right? But the good thing is, measuring this, you could see that the whales are starting to accumulate. The institutions starting to accumulate again, which leading into 2022 could be a very good thing. Now, why did they all of a sudden start selling off in November and December? Again, some people have theorized this is because they want to make their books look good, because they want to lock in the gains for 2021, right? And they want to make their fund or whatever investment look really good to others. So that may be the reason why they're kind of making their, cooking the books, so to speak. But you know what? Afterwards, starting a new year, everyone's going to be jumping back in. So interesting. What else? The miners, of course, are still accumulating. You can see the big red right here, beginning of the year. I think that's all from F2 Pool, to be honest. F2 Pool was selling out, and then you could see that there was a little bit more sell-off when we were 30,000 and 40,000. But you could see right now there is basically no sell-off at all. The miners are just like they are just not selling. They are just accumulating. So that's very positive going into 2022, obviously. What else is there? This is interesting. Measuring Michael Saylor's DCA schedule. Kind of looks like stock to flow. You know how it's like stair-stepping, right? So this is what it looks like. It doesn't matter if Bitcoin, came down for 64,000. Didn't matter if Bitcoin came down for 69,000. Michael Saylor continues to buy and buy and buy and buy and buy. And this is what a true holder is like, or a true DCAer, I should say, is like someone that just keeps dollar cost averaging, doesn't matter, and they are in the long haul. And this is the right way to do it. All right, what else is there? Well, something else that happened in 2021, not just 2021. This goes back all the way to January 2019. So we're about 2 years in, and you can see how the reserves on exchanges keeps dropping. It dropped significantly in 2020. It dropped significantly in 2021, and going into 2022, if it continues to drop significantly, well, that means it's going to make Bitcoin more scarce, reduce the volatility, and it still shows that many are fighting for the small little pie of Bitcoin that still exists. The latest, I think the last statistic I saw was about I think 16 to 20% is floating out in exchanges. Everything else is locked up. So you think about it, it's just a very tiny slice of the big pie that is being fought over. And the volatility that we're seeing, the price that we're seeing is based on the small little piece, not the whole pie, right? That's very important. But as that small piece gets smaller and eaten away, well, you know what's going to happen then, right? Prices go skyrocket. All right, what else is there? Well, this also happened in 2021. You can see in 2018, 2019, 2020, 2021, active addresses, daily active addresses, and just keeps going up. Shows you that adoption, of course, is still happening and growing and growing and growing. 2020 was a really good year, a big spike up. 2021, also a good rise. 2022, I expect that margin to keep going and maybe even break 2021. So this is also positive, of course, in terms of just overall usage, not just buying and holding, but actually people using it. So that's pretty darn good. All right, and I did see this. I kind of mirrored this for my thumbnail, but I did notice this before. I went back and looked at all the Januaries, and the first week of Januaries have been absolutely fantastic for Bitcoin. It could be because the institutions are buying back in. It could be because people are just feeling good. Retail investors are just buying in after the new year. Whatever the case may be, you could see that starting from 2018, after the last top, you could see that Bitcoin went up about 18%, 19 went up 7%, 2020, 13%, and 2021, 36%. We know that Bitcoin has been stuck in this range, hugging this 47,000 mark for quite some time, right? And a lot of metrics indicate that it's about to bounce and reverse and head back higher, right? So can we see a repeat of 2021 where we could see a 36 or 40% rise in the first week of January. Could be, especially if those institutions that sold off to make their books look good, they rush back in to buy starting from tomorrow. Let's see, right? We only have 1 week, actually 1 day to see if that's right. And of course, our friend Tech Dev is still looking at the previous cycles, 2013 cycle, 2017 cycle, and looking at where we are now, even though things have extended outwards because the money is bigger and diminishing returns, obviously, but same levels where, you can see that 1.272 Fibonacci level, kind of like a first dip. And then you have a second kind of level at 1.47. And then you have this top at 1.68. And once you break it, that's when you get that parabolic rise, right? We haven't come back yet, but it does show around 69,000, 64 to 69,000, that range. So if we could get back there and break through it, well, that's the start of the parabolic run, just like in 2013 and 17. But this year will be the very first year we actually break out of the 4-year cycle. We will be going into a 4.5-year cycle, or maybe a 5-year cycle, depending on how explosive 2022 is, right? So it'll be the very first time for Bitcoin. Lastly, just a couple things. Number one is on CryptosRUs.com, article about Avalanche and McDonald's and how they're both following each other. And it's kind of weird that, Avalanche would tweet this. So it does seem like Avalanche is going to, or McDonald's going to work together with Avalanche, possibly on a new NFT marketplace or something like that. We know McDonald's started with the McRib NFT. Are they going to build out upon that? Well, it seems very likely that they will, and it will be on top of Avalanche. So just FYI. And lastly, some of you guys have been playing this on CryptosRUs.com under giveaways. The year-end giveaway. So I guess it's a good thing that Ethereum is not at like 30,000, because then I would be paying out a lot. But I will be selecting 5 winners, okay, tonight. So you still have a whole day to participate. I'll be selecting it tonight, and 5 winners will be walking away with 1 ETH each. All you have to do is sign up and basically follow my social media and YouTube and subscribe. But that's it. So I've been running this since, I think, March or April, basically, right? So it's just a way for me to give back to you guys, and obviously in return get some follows on my social media and so forth. But hey, it's finally here. So 5 of you guys are going to be 1 ETH richer. So make sure you still participate, because you got 1 day left. 1 day left until this is cut off. And then I'll probably start another one for 2022. And I'll probably be even bigger than this. So there you go. Outside of that, that's really it. I just want to give a big shout out to some of my channel partners here real quick. So for those of you guys that are interested in taxes, right, or specifically how to calculate your taxes, right, you got to check out someone like Coin Tracking, which has over 1 million users. They know tax code from 100+ countries, and they will help pull all of your data from all your wallets and exchanges and calculate it very easy for you. So very important right now. And of course, when you actually have to file your taxes in April or May, right? Also very important. Of course, I got to talk about I Trust Capital. So if you don't want to worry about your taxes, you just want to invest and trade, well, you could do so with their IRA and 401k. You could do that, and you don't have to worry about taxes until you retire, right? And they are the largest crypto IRA platform in the world. And if you sign up, deposit, you get $100 free. Now, if you don't have enough Bitcoin or crypto, and you happen to find some change in your couch, well, you could use that change and convert it to Bitcoin. So that's what Coinme helps people do. You go and visit your local Coinstar and you throw in all your change, whatever it comes out to be, right? Then you could use that voucher and buy some Bitcoin and crypto on Coinme. And they are across the nation. 48 states, thousands of locations. I'm pretty sure you guys seen Coinstar machines, right? So make sure you find that spare change and put it into Bitcoin. Also, if you want a really good investment tracker, this is something that I use, Delta Investment Tracker. It will track literally every single trade of every single platform and every single crypto out there, including stocks, not just crypto. So you can track literally everything in a completely free app. And it is one of the best that I've ever used. And this is the one I use. So it's completely free, iOS, Android. So you guys make sure you check it out. If you don't have a good portfolio tracker, if you're still using your spreadsheet to track, you need to stop that. You need to get something like this because it makes life a whole lot easier. And then also unstoppable domains for those of you guys that are interested in having a top level domain like .crypto or .bitcoin or .wallet, right? And you could create your own like George.bitcoin or buy.bitcoin or George.wallet, right? You could not only use this to store all of your wallet addresses, but you could also use this as a website, right? Something that, let's say you can't find .com name, right? Which is basically impossible these days. But if you want something that's .crypto, .wallet, .bitcoin, .nft, .blockchain, well, you can get it on unstoppable domains. And all of this are NFTs. I think most people don't realize that. It's all NFTs. It's all NFTs. And then VMworld. For those of you guys that are VeChain fans, VMworld is one of the biggest NFT marketplaces, and they're all about play-to-earn games. They have a very cool concept that they're working on, and they have NFTs called VIMs, and there's many different layers of it. It's one of the only consumer-based dApps that's riding on top of VeChain right now. One of the things I've said is VeChain needs more consumer-based dApps, right? So this is one of the biggest out there, and I know a lot of people enjoy collecting VIMs right now, but they are still expanding, so check them out. All right, that's pretty much it. I just want to give a shout out to all my partners that stuck with me for this entire year. Oh, and I forgot, of course, gotta talk about BlockFi, because a lot of you guys, right, you want to earn interest. You want to earn interest on your crypto. Well, you could do so with BlockFi, one of the biggest in the United States, if not the biggest, and well-backed, using Gemini and Coinbase custodians, the best in the industry, well-backed by a lot of big players like Coinbase and Gemini themselves, and you could collect very, very, very outstanding interest like you see on my screen, 9%, USDT 9.5%, you could stake, or just deposit, I should say, BTC for 4.5%, Ethereum at 5%. There's a whole lot that you can earn with BlockFi, and you could get their credit card too. The only Bitcoin rewards credit card that exists out there right now. So, of course, check out BlockFi if you want to earn interest. All right, that's it. That's it, guys. I know that's a lot of shilling my partners, but I do like all these partners, and I think they all serve a really good purpose. So, wanted to give a big shout out to them. All right, now let's do some Q&A. Scrolling up, what do you think about Crypto Bats by Ozzy? I've never heard of that. Never heard of that. Let's see here. I am not drunk. I'm just a little hungover. All right. Let's see what else is there. Let's see. Wolfie says, a lot less hopeful. No, it's because I explained at the beginning. I don't have the same energy level right now because I just had a holiday party yesterday I'm recovering from. Let's see. The giveaway, yep. Hopefully you guys are participating or have participated. Last day left to win 5 ETH. So make sure Make sure you participate. Happy New Year from Tom. I appreciate it. Happy New Year to you. You're getting close. You're like UK is like the afternoon, so getting pretty close to nighttime. Those of you guys in Australia, of course, you're already in 2022. I don't know if you're still watching. I don't know what time it is in Australia. Robson, happy CRUs 2022 from Brazil. Thank you for that, and happy New Year to you too. Let's see. I mean, the metaverse may be the only thing that prevent the bottom from falling out for a market. That is 100% not true. The first thing that, if the market corrects, the first thing that'll bottom out is probably metaverses. So, yeah, I don't agree with that. Can you explain name and term what an L1 is and the difference between L1 and L2? L1 is just any network protocol that has dApps on top of it. Okay, best way to think about that. It's an operating system for others to operate on. L2s is basically the same thing, but they were created for sole purpose of scaling L1, like Ethereum. So L2s are basically like let's just say like it's an add-on to an operating system that makes it better. Okay, so that's the difference between L1 and L2 in layman's terms. Noah, Happy New Year. It's been a great year watching and learning from you. I'm streaming. You probably need to pull over. If you're not pulled over, that's dangerous. But I appreciate you watching me in your car. But make sure you are pulled over. I love hearing about different crypto businesses. Let's see. Someone said metaverses sold 2017. No. Even though metaverses and NFTs, they came out in 2017. It's just it wasn't popular. Now it's different. I really think yesterday at my holiday party, so I talking to one of my friends who's really big into sneakers. Like he's one of the guys that started collecting sneakers way back, like in high school, and stuck with it, right? And he was asking me about NFTs because he also heard about Adidas doing a drop, right, inside Sandbox. And I'm like, yeah, that's the thing. I'm like, if you really want to continue to evolve, right, get into these NFT sneakers because there's a lot more coming. Nike already announced they're going to come out with Adidas, Under Armour, everyone's coming out. So, and I'm like, think about this. If you really want to be cool, buy a piece of land in Sandbox and build a shop, right? A shoe shop, a sneaker shop. And then you could sell all these exclusive drops inside a sneaker shop. And I'm like, that's a really good idea, right? But right now it's very costly to buy a piece of land in Sandbox. But if you did that, you could make a killing. But that's just one example of what you could do inside the metaverse now, right? It's still very early, but all the brands and everyone else is go think about it. Like just for example, I just covered about McDonald's and Avalanche, right? Imagine McDonald's can open up virtual McDonald's, and then you can get exclusive NFTs within those virtual McDonald's. I mean, there's so much they could do. There is so much they can do, and there's so much money that could be made. I mean, I think it's just very early for metaverses. Ashley, so where can we get info on your taxes, the sell crypto, buy crypto method? I need to do that today. Reach out to CoinTracker and do some own research. It's called tax loss harvesting and wash trading, but you could do Google research. I'm not a financial advisor or a tax accountant or CPA. You figure it out. Not trying to give you any advice, but you could Google it and you could use someone like CoinTracker to help you figure that out. Reebok did one on Red Fox. Well, too bad I didn't know that, but too bad Reebok is kind of like, I don't think they're really big into sneakers. And jerseys still, but I don't know about sneakers. Jimmy, I appreciate that. I appreciate it. Dave asked, do you consider Avalanche a mid cap? No, anything that's 10 billion plus is a big cap. So obviously Avalanche is not. So the cutoff is right around here, right around 21, Terra and Chainlink. So anything above 10 billion, I say a big cap. Anything below 10 billion is a mid cap. Anything below 1 billion is a small cap. And anything under 100 million would be a micro cap. I know, like, if you compare that to real world companies, I mean, it's obviously you can't equate. The market cap is inflated in crypto versus normal companies that's being publicly traded. But like in the context of the crypto projects and versus its competitors, that's how I view it. Let's see. Franco, may you have a great and happy new year. Been following you since January 21. Appreciate the knowledge and experience you shared. A big hug and all the best for you and your family. I appreciate that, Franco. And right back at you. McDonald's should do adult Happy Meals. They're called... They don't need Happy Meals. They're just regular meals. But maybe they can include an NFT drop with those meals, right? Like, that would be crazy. That would be crazy. That's actually not a bad idea. They should think about that. Lion and Crypto. I don't know what you said at the beginning, but thank you for your videos. I appreciate that. GBDZ discounted. What if it becomes EFT or the discount goes away? You want the discount to go away, right? So right now, GBDC is, the premium is still in the negative. So a lot of people think that once you convert, you can gain like that, the premium back, right? But that may not be the case. If they convert, which could be the very first spot Bitcoin ETF, there's going to be some kind of conversion. So I don't think it's as guaranteed as people think, right? I think a lot of people are stocking up GBDC thinking, well, once it converts to a Bitcoin ETF, I'll gain, 20% from that negative premium. I don't think it's going to be that simple, but I may be wrong. So we'll see when it does happen. Imagine not buying a data right now, waiting until it's 150. I mean, that's the case. A lot of these L1s have moved massively in 2021. A lot of these L1s will move massively in 2022 too. So I would not be sleeping on any of these projects, at least the ones I enjoy and ones I support and ones that I think have a lot of promise. I think they're all have fantastic 2022s. All right, I'm going to let you guys go. Like I said, man, I'm a little tired out from last night, so the energy level isn't there. I don't know if I'm going to stream tonight, to be honest, okay? I know most of you guys are probably going to be having parties or drinking or whatever, so even if I streamed, I don't know if there's going to be that many people tuning in, but we'll see. We'll see. I'm not going to be drinking tonight because I already had too much. All right, so basically last day of the year, right? Bitcoin is still stuck at 47. Unfortunately, futures and the options expiration didn't really do much for Bitcoin. But come 2022, January could be an explosive month based on history and based on the fact that a lot of these institutions that sold off will probably be buying back in. So I'm looking forward to 2022, guys. I think there's a lot more to come, and hopefully you guys are excited too. All right, smash up the like, subscribe to the channel, guys, and I'll see you guys either tonight or tomorrow. All right, have a good one, guys. Take care. Bye-bye.